most companies in the world, doesn't matter if they're small or medium-sized or big, are using outdated modes of or strategies for marketing. Reason is that the market has changed. The market didn't change now. Okay, the market didn't change now in the crisis. It changed about 15 years ago. However, it takes time for it to affect. The marketing in the old days, let's say in the last 100 years or in the last century, the marketing which was working the best was what we call interruption marketing. Yeah, they will put you're watching a television show, and in the middle there is advertisement. You're forced to see it. It's interrupting you in the middle of something, right? When you're driving the road and you see the billboard, that's an interruption in the way. When you go on a website and there is a pop-up that comes, that's an interruption. So they're trying to get your attention, or you're trying to get their attention, doesn't matter. We're trying to get attention by interrupting people. That worked very, very, very well for about 100 years. Okay? The 20th century, if you had a good product, you still needed to have a good product, but if you have a good product and you had a large advertising budget, you had no way to lose. Okay? You had no way to lose. And it was kind of a positive circle, because you put more money on advertisement, you sell more product, you have more money, you put more in advertisement, you sell more, and that's a positive circle. It's not fitting for small companies, but that's how big companies were doing it. And small companies were trying to do it in a small little scale, so you would put a little ad, or whatever it is, or trying to interrupt, or sometimes doing cold calling, whatever it is. Those are all interrupting marketing. Doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work for a while. It didn't start yesterday. It's just that after the crisis, we can see the results of that. Now that many companies are paying the price for not changing their business model or their marketing model for so long, now they're paying the price. Now small companies are falling all the time, but now also the big companies are falling. I don't know how much it costs an advertisement here in the big papers, but in the States, the Wall Street Journal, if you want to take one page in the Wall Street Journal, it's about $1 million. But the big companies, they have the money, it's not a problem. They have a budget of hundreds or 200 or $300 million a year, it's not a problem, okay? Now, forget the Wall Street Journal, because most of you are not reading it, but I want you to think about your daily paper and think about the big ad that was there. I don't know how much it costs, but it's pretty expensive, right? How many of you, they actually did this research, but how many of you, when you read the paper, if I'll ask you 5 minutes later, what were the major ads there, would actually remember that? I don't see any hand. Sometimes there are a few people that say, and actually what they did the research, they would replace the logos. You know, they would print the paper, but with like for the car was Ford, but they would put the logo of Opel, you know, or KPN, or something that is really not a car. And people wouldn't notice, because people don't, no, it's not that they don't read, people don't care. People don't care. When was the last time that because you saw a big ad in the paper, you actually took up the phone and called, I want more information? Did it ever happen to you in the last 10 or 15 years? But they still spend, one person, they are still spending millions and millions on this kind of advertisement, which doesn't work. The interruption age of marketing is over, and now we are in a permission type of marketing, which means the person, the client, the prospect needs to give you a permission to talk to him. But it's a good thing. Yes, it makes your work a little bit harder, but when somebody gives you a permission to talk to them, they are waiting and looking for your information. Does that make sense? So I'm going to show you a few ways of marketing, and they are based on mainly either a permission-based marketing or on a conversation marketing, where you're getting into a conversation with your client, with your prospect, with your market.